everyone, welcome back to Chaotic Strategies TCG. In today's deck profile, we are doing Danger Max. This is me and my oldest son's deck profile. This is the profile that he wanted because he's a big Seto Kaiba fan. He loves the Blue Eyes deck base. So we are involving Dangers mixed in with the Chaos Dragon setup. This is very similar to a video that I did last month with the Danger Blue Eyes. There are going to be some minor differences, especially coming into the extra decks and some different combos. So we're going to jump on to EDO. I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of the deck to kind of describe the cards, why they're in there, some of the combos, and then I will show you some replays at the end of the video so that way you guys can actually see the deck in action. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Trav and welcome. By all means, hit that subscribe button so that way you guys are always up to date on the videos that we're posting. And with that, we are going to jump over to EDO. Alrighty guys, and this is our Danger Max deck profile right here, kind of laid out. There's nothing really extreme with this deck. Everything's pretty simple. We have a lot of level 8s going on here. And again, this is for a 12-year-old that's just trying to get into the game. He loves the deck. He loves the deck profile. I'm not going to lie, it is kind of bricky right now. So there are some cards to kind of mitigate that, but that's kind of going to happen since I couldn't really, so there are some cards that I could throw in here, but the combos would just kind of get way too intense. I didn't want to throw him off. Right now this is purely casual play. So getting right into the deck profile, of course we have 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. We also have 1 Blue Eyes alternative White Dragon, which I'm thinking about bumping this card up to 2, maybe 3 cards. It's just a really good card. You reveal Blue Eyes in your hand, you can special summon this card, activate his effect, you can destroy 1 monster on the field. Downside is this particular card cannot attack that turn, but it's great to get a quick level 8 out onto the field so that way if you need to, you can run into some Xyz plays. Starting off our Danger setup, we're running Danger Bigfoot. Great card, again, level 8. You reveal, if he's not chosen, you special summon, draw a card. If he is chosen from your opponent, he gets discarded, and when he does get discarded, you can destroy a face-up card on your opponent's side of the field. So we're running 3 Danger Bigfoot there. We're also running 1 Chaos Dragon Laviner. His effects are just amazing. This is all around a great card to play. You can only special summon him by banishing 3 light monsters out of your graveyard. So if you use all light monsters, you can special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense position. If you only banish 3 dark, you can shuffle 1 random card from your opponent's hand into the deck. And if you use both light and dark, you can destroy up to 2 cards on the field. You can only use his effects once per turn. Again, great level 8. Also running 3 Danger Thunderbirds. Just like all the other Dangers, you reveal if he's chosen, he gets sent to the graveyard. And if he does get sent to the graveyard, then his effect pops in and you can destroy 1 set card that your opponent controls. We're also running 3 Gameciel, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. This is great for getting rid of some big plays on your opponent's side of the field. You contribute their card, special summon this card to their side of the field, and if you have more than 1 in your hand, you can special summon the next Kaiju from your hand onto your side of the field, giving you a free level 8 as well. Fantastic card. Kaijus are always just kind of a good staple anymore just to play with. Danger Ogopogo, who's also another level 8. Running the same way as Dangers, just with different graveyard effects if it gets sent to the graveyard. So if he does get sent to the graveyard, you can send 1 Danger card from your deck to the graveyard, except Ogopogo, so you can kind of run off some different effects there, pop some other cards that are in the graveyard with some of these other Danger effects that I'm going to be showing you. We're running 1 Danger Nessie. Now I know Nessie's level 7, but the graveyard effect is fantastic, so if this one gets discarded from its effect, you can add 1 Danger from your deck to your hand, except another Nessie, which doesn't matter because right now it's limited. We're also running 3 Manju of the 10,000 Hands. Of course, this is a ritual deck. Manju's almost kind of a must in just about any deck. I know there's a lot of other good cards. I tried running, I think it was Denko Sekka in this, and it didn't work really the way that I had hoped it did or would. So I changed it to Manju, which actually does help quite a bit with the high level brick that you can happen to get with this deck. When you normal flip summoned, you can add 1 ritual monster or ritual spell from your deck to your hand. So we're running 3 of him. We're also running one Danger Tsuchinocho. So if he gets discarded from his effect, you can special summon this card back out of the graveyard. So you get free Link fodder as well, regardless if it hits the field. You can get a +1. If not, hits the graveyard, bring it right back out. We're also running one Danger Jackalope. This card's really good as well. I mean, if you're going to be running Dangers, you want to run Tsuchinocho, you want to run Jackalope. So if this card was discarded, you can special summon one Danger monster from your deck in defense position except Jackalope. So you can bring out some more of your higher powered defense-based Dangers. You can bring out Ogopogo, whose defense is 3,000. You can bring out Danger Nessie, whose defense is 2,800, and just kind of roll off from there. Of course, we're running 3 Ash Blossom Joyous Springs. If you don't know, Ash Blossom Joyous Spring, which we all should, just a hand trap. When a card effect is activated that includes any of these effects, you can activate this card, add a card from deck to hand, special summon from the deck, or send a card from the deck to the graveyard. You can activate this card and negate that effect. Getting into our boss monsters here, we're running 3 Chaos Max Dragon, just an unbelievable beat stick card. He comes out at 4,000. He cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and if he attacks a defense position monster, he deals double piercing battle damage. Just a brutal card. And the card to follow up with that is just regular Blue Eyes Chaos. Again, can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Whenever you declare an attack with this card, you change all of your opponent's available cards, if they can be changed, to defense position, and they lose attack and defense is taken down to 0. And if you used a Blue Eyes White Dragon to ritual summon him, you inflict piercing battle damage. So the great thing about these two, if you can at least have one Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon and one Max Dragon, when you declare an attack with Chaos, they all turn, your opponent's monsters, if you can, they turn to defense, or they change their battle positions and they lose attack and defense. And then if you attack a card, a defense position card that just lost all of its defense with Chaos Max Dragon, you deal double damage. So you deal 8,000 damage, which is great potential for an OTK. So these two together are just brutal. Neither one of them can be targeted or destroyed by card effects, which makes them very hard to get around. For our last ritual card, I run a Morphactor Pain, the Imagination Draco Overlord. This card is mostly for some late game control. If this card is ritual summoned, your opponent skips their next main phase. Negate the effects of face up, fusion, synchro, and Xyz monsters while they're on the field. And then if this card was sent to the graveyard, you can add one Draco Overlord from your deck to a hand. Which I don't run Draco Overlords. I specifically run this card for his first effect to skip their main phase, go straight to battle phase, into main phase 2. Now this card, again, this is just casual play, but this card is great. I'm working on another variation of this deck that's more meta-based, that actually revolves around this card. You want this card going first in the same Chaos Max Dragon setup. You want this card going first, and then you can back this card up with some fantastic hand traps and traps. So that way you pretty much lock in your opponent out of main phase 1. First turn, since they can't get any cards really out onto the field, they've got nothing to go into battle phase. Main phase 2, you got to worry about, getting stuff, them getting stuff out onto the field where they can destroy this card, but you're backed up by trap cards to help protect him. It's just, I'm working on it. I hope to get that video up here within the next few weeks. All right, so to help mitigate everything, since we are running level 8s, we run 3 trade-ins. We're going to discard one level 8 monster, draw 2 cards. This helps a lot if you end up bricking, getting the +2 out of it, and getting the level 8 in the graveyard. On some of these, you want to have certain level 8s in the graveyard anyway. Then we also run 2, the Melody of a Waking Dragon. You're going to discard a card, add up to 2 dragon monsters with 3,000 more attack. Again, so if you're kind of locked out and you've got a bunch of high-powered cards in your hand that you really can't do anything with, Melody of Waking Dragon can help save you from that. You can pull an alternative or a Blue Eyes and start running alternatives effects, so that way you can get something out onto the board. Run 2 Chaos Form in the main deck. Chaos Form is great. This card, you can special or ritual summon any Chaos or Blackluster Soldier ritual monster. You can also tribute monsters from your hand or banish a Blue Eyes or Dark Magician from your graveyard whose total levels equal the level of the Chaos or Blackluster Ritual Soldier. So this card's great. It's very easy to bring out these cards, but we're going to back this card up with Advanced Ritual Art. I absolutely love this card. This card is used to ritual summon any one ritual monster. You must also send normal monsters from your deck to the graveyard whose total levels equal the level of that ritual monster. This card does not have a once per turn. You can use this card as much as you want. If you guys watch my Chaos deck list where I'm running Magician of Chaos and Chaos Max and all that, I also run Preparation of Rites where I can just keep filtering this Advanced Ritual Art back from the graveyard and keep using it. The reason why I like this with Chaos form is if you use Advanced Ritual Art, you can ditch Blue Eyes out of the deck into the graveyard. So if you're sitting if you're sitting on 2 rituals in your hand, then you can also use Chaos form and just banish that Blue Eyes out of the graveyard to hit your next ritual card. And the last card in the main deck to kind of help with the bricking problem is Reload. Yes, I know it's an old school card, but I do enjoy this card. It's a quick effect. You can add all cards in your hand into the deck, shuffle it, and then draw the same number of cards that you added to your deck. So it's great to not only help with a brick, but it's also great to help with a play extender. You know, again, as long as you don't get, you know, hand trapped or anything like that. But being casual play, you don't really have to worry about that too much. Unless my kids are playing against me, because I love hand traps. So that's the main deck for this. Going into the extra deck, I'm running pretty much a full Galaxy Eyes Xyz. This deck is very heavy Xyz, but being a level 8, there's just too many great level 8 Xyz cards not to run them. So Galaxy Cypher Blade Dragon is going to be the first one on the list. It says 3 level 9 monsters, but you can also Xyz summon him by using a rank 8 Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster you already control. Transfer all the materials to it. Once per turn, you can detach material from this card, then target 1 card on the field, destroy it. If this card is, if this Xyz summon card you control is destroyed by battle with opponent's attacking monster, destroyed by opponent's card effect, and sent to the graveyard, target 1 Galaxy Cypher Dragon in your graveyard and special summon it. So if you're going to use material and you have Cypher Dragon attached to it, ditch Cypher Dragon. When this card gets affected or, you know, gets destroyed for whatever reason, then you can pull Cypher Dragon back out of the graveyard. We also have Full Armor Photon. He says 3 level 8 monsters, but you can also Xyz summon this card using Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster you control. Doesn't matter as long as it's a Galaxy Eyes. And you can't use another full armor to get this one out. You're going to again transfer its materials. Once per turn, you can target up to 2 equip cards, equip to this card, attach them to this card as material. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it, and he's a beat stick. 4,000 attack, 3,500 defense, just a great card all around. Also run a number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. This one does require 2 level 8 monsters. Does not specify as long as they're level 8s. If this card battles during damage calculation, you can detach 1 material from this card. Once per battle, this card gains attack equal to the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters currently on the field times 200. So if this card has a Photon Dragon, you get the full damage. If it doesn't, you're only dealing half damage, but it doesn't matter if you got other Xyz on the field. They're all rank 8s. And then times that by 200, you got a massive beast stick, and he's already powerful enough at 4,000 and 3,000. So of course our last Galaxy Eyes is going to be Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. Detach material from this card, target face-up monster your opponent controls. Monsters you control cannot attack your opponent directly for the rest of this turn except this card. Also take control of the targeted monster till the end phase, but while its effect is applied, its effects are negated, its attack becomes 3,000, also becomes Galaxy Cypher Eyes for that turn. Our next one, we got number 38, Hope Harbinger, which is a fantastic card. You know, they activate a spell. You can negate that and then add their spell card to this card for material, and during battle step, you can detach 1 material and change their attack to this target. Thunder End Dragon requires 2 level 8 normal monsters, which is going to be our Blue Eyes. Once per turn, detach an Xyz material from this card, destroy all of the monsters on the field. Of course, we're running Dingirisu, which we all know what he does. Orcus are huge. Effect, you can send 1 card your opponent controls to the graveyard, and the other one is attach a banished machine, but we're not running machines. We just care about the first effect on this one. Going into my all-time favorite Xyz card, number 23, Lancelot, Dark Knight of the Underworld. This card is just great. It's got some gnarly effects. I absolutely love this card. 2 level 8s. This card can attack your opponent directly while it has Xyz material. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it once per turn during either player's turn. When a spell or trap card or another monster effect is activated, detach one material from this card and negate the activation. So just a fantastic card all the way around. Love this card. This card is definitely going to be in the meta version that I make of this deck. This is a brutal card. And for the last of our Xyz, running Aegon the Sea, Castrum. Very simple effect. You're just going to banish one random face down monster from your opponent's extra deck face up, and then this attack becomes whatever that monster's attack is. So fantastic card there. During either player's turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, then target one of your opponent's banished Fusion Synchro Xyz monsters, return it to the extra deck, and if you do, destroy one monster your opponent controls with the same monster card type, Fusion Synchro Xyz. Going into the links, I'm going to show you another combo that I like to utilize with this deck as well. Our first one is Topologic Bomber Dragon. He's a link 4. He requires at least 2 effect monsters within that link 4. If another monster is special summoned to a zone this monster points to, while this monster is on the field, destroy all monsters in the main monster zones. Also, other monsters cannot attack for the rest of this turn. After damage calculation, if this card attacked an opponent's monster, inflicted damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. I love this card in this deck, and here's why. Chaos Max Dragon and Chaos Dragon cannot be destroyed by card effects. So if you can get Topologic Bomber, let's say you got a bunch of your dangers out, and you've got a Manju out, you can pop Bomber Dragon. If they've got a full field, then if you have the capability, you can ritual summon either Chaos Max or Chaos Dragon, or if you're lucky enough, you can get both of them out onto the field, special summon it to a zone that this card points to. All other cards on the field except those ones are going to be destroyed. Again, Chaos Max Dragon and Chaos Dragon cannot be destroyed by card effects. So now, not only did you just wipe their board, granted you can attack, but it doesn't matter. You have 3 just unbelievable cards on the field ready to rock. Also running Unchained Abomination. Again, link 4 requires 2 monsters, 2+ monsters, including a link card. So you're going to need 4 altogether. That's just part of its requirement. If a card on the field is destroyed by card effect except Unchained Abomination, target 1 card on the field, destroy it. When another monster is destroyed by battle, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. During the end phase, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. I love this card for helping break boards, especially against, floodgates. You got guys just pumping cards out. This is a great card to utilize against them, and being 3,000 is just unreal. We have Borrelsword Dragon. If you don't know Borrelsword, everybody should know Borrelsword. His effects are unreal. He can't be destroyed by battle, so you can target an attack position monster, change it to defense. Also, this card can make it a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to that activated effect. And then also, once per turn, when this card declares an attack on a face-up monster, you can activate this effect until the end of this turn. This card gains attack equal to half that monster's current attack, and if it does, that monster's attack is halved. Just unreal. Borrelsword is dirty, just a great card. Nightmare Unicorn is a link 3, needs 2+ monsters at least with different names. This card's great. You link summon it, you discard 1 out of the hand, you can bounce one of your opponent's cards back to the hand. If it's co-linked, you get a +1 out of it. Nightmare Phoenix, same thing. If you can get this one link summoned, you get rid of 1 card, you discard 1 card out of your hand, you can pop a back row card. If it's co-linked, you get a +1 out of it. And then also IP Masquerena, to at least 2 non-link monsters to get her out. During your opponent's main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 link monster using materials you control, including this card. You can only use this effect of IP Masquerena once per turn. A link monster that used this card as material cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. The only reason I have her in here is to get out Abomination. That's the only reason why she's in this deck. As long as I can get everything else where I want to and get everything set up, I can use her during my opponent's turn to get out Abomination. Now Abomination cannot be destroyed by their card effects, and his effects are just dirty. And worst case scenario, I could also use her to bring out Nightmare Unicorn. Unicorn's effect activates during their turn, I discard a card, I can send one of their cards back as well. And going into the side deck, very simple. We're running 3 Lightning Storms, so if you control no face-up cards, you can either destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls or all spells and traps. One or the other. We're running 3 Dark Ruler No More, negate all effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. And for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, your opponent takes no damage. So no big deal, at least you can be able to make some plays. 1 Upstart Goblin. We're running another Chaos Form in the side deck, running 2 Evenly Matched, and we are running 3 Bottomless Trap Holes. That's it for this profile. Alrighty guys, and that is this week's deck profile of Danger Max. This is me and my oldest son's deck profile. Again, nothing meta here, nothing casual. Did not design this to be meta. I am working on a meta variation of this deck as we speak. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. By all means, smash that like button, leave me comments, let me know what you think, let me know what you want to see. Go ahead and break that subscribe button as well, so that way you guys are always up to date on the videos that I'm pumping out. Make sure to follow us on all of the social media platforms that we are on. They are all up in the banner, linked up and ready to go. And also down in the description box. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Discord, right here on YouTube. I hope you guys are being safe out there. Wash your hands, and we'll see you in next week's video.